Good evening, everybody. This is the Community Preservation Act Committee. It's Wednesday, Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. I have exactly 5:04. This meeting will be video recorded and broadcast over local access channel 8 and through the town website at www.eastham-ma.gov. And we do have two people zooming. We have Janet Benjamin zooming and Tina Tilton. Can both of you hear us now? Tina, can you hear us? Okay, thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm going to start with the agenda. And we have the minutes of February 4th, 2026. And Janet was absent for that meeting. And unless you've listened to it, did you listen to it, Janet, on the web? You did? Okay. So do I have a motion to approve the minutes of February 4th, 2026?
So moved.
Elaine. Dave. Any discussion on the minutes of February 4th? All in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Janet, 7. Let's see, 7. I'm missing, Joanna. That's 9. 7, that is 7-0. Okay, I'm going to the agenda. And the next item is the review of the CPA financials. I'm going to start with the financial information. Cash balance first, please. This is within 7 months. This is as of January 31st, and I want to thank Tina for putting them together for us. Just a few comments of my own. I see the tax collections since last month have increased about $4,000. Our interest income has increased about $14,000. We're now up to $84,000 on interest. And the other information that we have is the under the housing, the $50,000 will be shown as being paid for the that's the autism project that we approved. And that's been paid for the under the housing. Does anybody have any questions on the CPA cash balance worksheet? Okay, I'm going to get on to the project list. I just want to comment again on the project list. I just want to note that there's 4 items have been closed now, that we discussed them at our last meeting. The Field of Dreams, which is the second item on the list, has been closed. That shows as such. We've closed the Eastham Elementary School playground upgrade for fiscal year 25. That shows a 0. We've closed the Eastham Elementary School playground phase 2. And we've closed the bottom item, the forward Friends housing, which I just mentioned. That's the $50,000. That shows as 0 also. And I guess I have some questions that I think we need to discuss. I was hoping Joanna was going to be here today to talk about the 20 Deacon Payne, but we'll talk about that another time. And I need to get in touch with, I think, Kristen, you sent something to Francis Lewis about the kiosks.
I sent her an email.
Yeah, so we need to close that out. That's 1,003, which is still unexpended. And the other person I think we need to get a final report from, I don't think we've got one, is from Jay Camp on the historic property
He
survey.
has picked up the final report.
Okay.
He just has not submitted
it. Yeah, okay. Does anybody have any questions on anything under the project list? I just have one other question, and it's maybe for Paul. We still have the 2 items here for the 580 Massasoit Road, and I know things have been bubbling along with that project. Can you sort of bring us up to date perhaps on that? They're hoping to get a third the housing on the third floor? That was the last I heard.
Yes, we're still in process with the architects and engineers. We're waiting on final plans to be finished, bid specs. We're trying to set up a meeting actually as soon as possible to get back on track with that. But basically, the next step is finalize all the plans. The reason, as you mentioned, was we're trying to figure out what was needed to make sure that it was structurally
The third floor.
appropriate for the third floor, because we want to fit out that third floor to get the extra apartment. So because of the age of the structure and codes and building code compliance and all that, it was a little bit tricky, so waiting to resolve that. Once that's done, put the bid package out to get to bid, and we'll see what
See what
we get.
what
And then
comes
we'll have to
in,
figure out what
how we're gonna
cost
cost it, right, okay. Because we still have the 740 and the 380 projects on our.
So we're hoping to steward that for the construction. I'll just mention, we did just get a grant from the state through the Seasonal Communities Program for, I don't have the exact number, but total grant was 175,000, but that's split between 580 and another project, so roughly half, so it's about, I think we split it 87,000. Which we'll put towards offsetting the cost for the design and engineering part of this 580 project.
Very good. So that, go ahead.
What's the other half going to?
That's for design and engineering as part of the Northeast Eastham Village Center plan for the proposed Nectar Road running between Brackett and T-Town, which was part of the overall design concept. We're trying to figure out if that's viable and what, what we're asking about them to get great art.
Thank you.
Any questions, comments on the cash balance and the project list? Okay, I'm moving along on the discussion on the agenda. And we're down to number 4, CPA Signs Discussion. And just briefly, in the past, we've tried to make sure that wherever we have given monies, we have a CPA sign put up. And I have sort of a list of a bunch of places that I think still need to be looked at. And maybe I know Kristen and I have talked, maybe the two of us go out and look at the places to see. Is there one at the schoolhouse?
Yeah, and the one at the schoolhouse, when you go in, it's under the covered porch. I didn't know if maybe it should be out. I mean, I was gonna discuss that with you, because I noticed that we could move it anywhere you think's good, but at least if you walk in the door, I think it's right on the left. So you don't really see it from the street.
You don't see it, yeah. I think in most cases, or just about every case that I can think of, we have it outside.
Well, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I wasn't around at the time when they did that one, and I know they wanted to put it back. I thought it should be out front more.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to work with you on that.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the Nauset Lighthouse. Do you know anything about that?
No,
Actually, I actually got an email a couple weeks ago from Eileen Siebold.
Okay.
They put the sign in the ground on a post at the base of the little hill where the stairs go up. And they were contacted by the Park Service that
That wasn't
supposed to,
acceptable?
they didn't go through the proper channels.
Oh,
So I recommended several courses of action, which they're trying to figure that out. I said it's just kind of amazing that
yeah.
they're supposed to do an archaeological survey or something and make sure. Putting aside the fact that the whole site has been disturbed when they moved the lighthouse.
right,
Yeah,
right.
they're probably gonna be moving
So
again, to be honest with you.
They're gonna try to figure it out. They make sure the sign's up there. I said that if worst case scenario, they could put it up at the top of the hill, which definitely the whole thing's been disturbed in the past, or put it on the building or on the, just attach it. I think it was just a fact that they were putting hole in the ground without,
Without permission,
No.
quote unquote.
so yeah, there's a bit of,
Permission guy.
yeah. So that's in progress, but their intention is that the sign is,
The park should be worrying about.
Yeah,
it will be up.
okay, yeah. And I don't think there's anything, I haven't looked everywhere, but I don't think there's anything at the Eastham Elementary School.
Playground,
Yeah, the playground, I mean, this is our third year, phase 3 for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
I was there after the first one and I haven't been there recently, but that's, and.
We have plenty of signs,
I know, I ordered them.
so, yeah. So,
And Wiley Park kiosk, they did come by to pick up signs, but they were too large. So that was another thing, we were talking about.
Yeah. One of the things we were talking about was the size. And I think all of us have seen what we're talking about, the size of it. And we were wondering whether in some instances, a smaller size might be more accommodating for the situation, depending upon where it's going. And maybe, I know we use, the Chatham Sign Shop, has a prototype that we've used for the ones that we have here. I'm wondering if they could, maybe I'll speak to them to see if they can do a similar prototype, a smaller size, but what do people think of that?
Sure.
Yeah.
The bigger the better.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah,
the ones we have are what, about,
well,
30
they're about
inches?
the size.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, that's almost, that's a yard.
yeah.
could probably do one, maybe the size of that clipboard or something that you could boil down the language to make sure it fits, just make sure that it's,
It contains everything that we want to have.
yeah, so.
And where was it, the larger one deemed not appropriate?
Well,
What site?
they were talking,
Kiosk.
kiosks at Wiley Park.
And the 3 foot's too big?
Well, the sign's only like this big.
Yeah, to go on the kiosk, it'd be too big.
Yeah.
To take up 3/4 of the kiosk.
Okay.
put it
I'm
on the
not
end of the kiosk?
visualizing. Okay.
Can you put on the end of the kiosk? On the post?
On the side.
Yeah,
Fine with me.
yeah, I don't know, I'm just thinking.
You know, if anybody, unless somebody has any ideas other than, I think I'll speak to the Chatham Sign Shop. And see what their thoughts are on putting together a prototype that would be a smaller size and get a price. And then I'll come back and we'll talk about it, because I think the last time I ordered them was maybe 2 years ago. I think I ordered 12 of them.
Yeah.
And you picked them up.
Yeah.
And they're up in your office somewhere, yeah. Okay, well, Kristen and I will do a little traveling and see what we can find, and I'll check out with the Chatham Sign Shop and see what I can find there and be in touch. Okay. Now, we're down, I'm still working on the agenda here. And we're down to revisiting Dan Coppelman's motion from the prior meeting. And
Which was?
I'm sorry,
Which was?
which?
What was the motion you're revisiting?
Oh, yeah. And I have a copy of what we ended up putting in there. Mary Shaw made a motion for the CPAC to endorse the wastewater infrastructure investment fund, parentheses WIIF package, to provide a percentage of CPA monies to generate $600,000 in the first year and to reduce the CPA percentage accordingly. Does anybody have any further comments on that, or, because when we were doing it at our last meeting, we were sort of pushing the words around, and go ahead.
I just did a quick consultation with Robert's Rules of Order upstairs, so I don't think there's any action that the committee needs to take. If a motion doesn't not get a second, it can't be considered. It basically just basically dies. So that, to my understanding, there was no second. That's noted in the
Yeah.
minutes, which is important.
So we have to make a new motion?
No,
Oh,
it's just if someone makes a motion and it's not seconded, then the committee can't take, you can't debate it, you can't take any action. So
I have Dan seconded it,
Dan made the motion, I
Yeah.
believe, right?
and Dan seconded. Oh.
Dan, you can't second,
You can't second,
Oh,
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So what happens then?
So,
just nothing.
It's.
Well, we need to decide a percentage
yeah,
to do it.
so,
So do we make a new
new
motion?
motion,
So the committee, yeah, you did that. That's reflected in the meeting minutes. Another motion was made and
Okay.
and seconded and you voted on it. On what to do with the width percentage. So just. Technically. It would have been cleaner if Dan had just said, I withdraw my motion if you knew, but it doesn't necessarily need to happen. It just. Something that's a motion that's not seconded, basically. becomes moot. And you can't take any action. You can't take any action on it, even just to vote to like rescind it or whatever, because it wasn't seconded. It's just, it's a nothing. So I don't think you actually have to do anything.
Oh, okay.
The most important thing was it was reflected in the meeting minutes that he made the motion and there was no second. So it was that.
So what is the position of the committee?
Well,
Yeah.
You.
Look,
The second motion.
so,
Yeah,
you know, the motion was made.
Yeah.
and, You know, by Dan, no one seconded it. So then the second motion was made
okay.
by
okay.
you, seconded by Dan.
So
We
that's,
voted on
so the minutes have taken care of our
Yes.
position.
So,
Yeah.
yep, so that's,
Okay,
that's
that's,
all set and that's.
yeah, okay, that's all I wanted. I wanted to make sure that the committee had made a motion, it was seconded, and that's what our position is.
Yeah, that part happened.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm on to our agenda here. Vote on conditions and allocations, and I want to thank Kristen for putting together a bunch of pieces of material for us. I guess one of the first things I'd like to do is the CPA project allocations. Let me pull up my what I'm looking at is all of the articles or the projects that we have approved and how we're going to, I shouldn't say how we're going to, but where the monies are going to come from in order to pay for them. And there are 6 items, 6 projects listed. Does everybody have a copy of that
Yeah.
I'm looking at? I'm gonna start at the top. Motion to approve the trailhead kiosks, that's for $11,500. And there's some question as to whether that came from open space. Do people want to, pay for that from the open space reserves? There's $571,000 in the open space reserve, so there's no problem there. And or recreation reserves, and I'm opening to get people's thoughts on. I think the last one the Wiley Park one that we did before this was all open space. So I don't know what people's thoughts are.
What do we have in the recreational reserves?
I'm sorry?
How much do we have in the recreational
Oh, yeah,
reserves?
438,000.
Okay, so there's a fair amount of both.
Yeah.
Well, until we get down to number 6.
Yeah.
I would think open space. I
Yeah, I feel that open space is not really. Well, people use their.
Right, but
There,
it's
use
not-
their dogs.
Know what we're thinking. of
I mean,
recreation.
walk their dogs. But I feel it's open space. Is there anybody that disagrees?
No.
Okay, so we're going to. I thought somebody was commenting. Okay, so we're going to, agree to, I'm gonna make a motion that we, pay for the trailhead kiosks of $11,500 out of the open space reserves.
Second.
Second, okay. So that's Mary. And that's Bob. Any further discussion on the trailhead kiosks? All in favor of open space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Janet, 7. 7-0. I'm gonna go down further before I go into 2 and 3, just because of the discussion, I think. Under 4, motion to approve the Lower Cape Housing Institute of $10,000. And as housing, we have $757,000 in our housing reserves. I'm gonna make a motion that those, the $10,000 be paid from out of the housing reserves. Does anybody, do I have a second?
Second.
That's Mary. And who, I'm sorry, who was the second? Oh, by Leah and Dave. Okay. Any further discussion on the Lower Cape Housing Institute? All in favor of putting the, paying for the 10,000 out of the housing reserves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Janet, 7. 7 yes, 0 no. Chaplain the Pines. Is the amount of 25,000 from historic reserves. Does anybody have any questions on that or any thoughts on changing that?
Did they ever come back with quotes on that?
I have not seen them.
There was a comment that was made in the last meeting that someone did believe that there needed to be an additional, but there wasn't a decision that's. It was just a comment that was made from, I can't remember who it was that mentioned that.
Just curious.
But if you would like, I could reach out to ask them.
Well, I'm kind of voting on it
Yeah,
tonight.
no, we already voted on it.
Yeah. What's, at one point, do they need more than one bid? And do they, I mean, I know towns.
I think we
and
normally
governments have-
want 3, but it depends upon the situation.
Right. And that's for towns. I mean, I don't know.
Well, the chapel is not,
Right,
we asked for 3 just as part of making sure we get price. They're not beholden to the
Right.
procurement clause the same way.
and these days getting a return phone call is
I'm sorry?
these days getting a return phone call is victory.
It'd be hard to get 3 in that.
Yeah.
For
That's what
that, yeah. I think they had trouble even getting
Yeah.
what they got.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the $25,000 for the Chapel in the Pines to be paid from the historic reserves?
Second.
Okay. Mark and Eileen? Okay, all in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Janet, 7. 7 yes, 0 no. Eastham Elementary School, that's the last one on the list, is the 150,000 from the recreation reserves. As I mentioned, we have 438,000 in the recreation reserves at the moment. Do I have a motion to approve the payment of 150,000 for the Eastham Elementary School to be paid from the recreation reserves?
So moved.
Second.
Do I have a second? Elaine?
Yeah.
Any further discussion? All in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Janet, 7. That's 7 yes, 0 no. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the item number 2 on the list. It's the Herring Pond for 193,000. And I'm wondering what people's thoughts are on using some of them, paying for some of those monies from the open space and some of those monies from the recreation department. There is a beach there.
That's right.
And they use it, I think they even have swimming lessons there and so forth and so on. It's used quite a bit. That live around there. I don't know what people's thoughts are on that.
I think it'd be a good idea to split them.
Yeah.
How would you split it? What are your thoughts on how you would split it, Dave?
50-50.
50-50?
I think it's a smaller percentage, larger for the open space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking 75,
Because I don't
25.
think, yeah,
Beach is tiny.
this is a small
Like,
beach.
It's as
Yeah.
wide as this room, maybe a little
Yeah,
bit wider than this room.
What percentage would you What are your thoughts on it?
70-30, 60-40?
70-30, 75-25.
Yeah,
Whatever makes the math.
75,
Whatever makes the
25.
math.
I was thinking 75-25.
75,
Yeah.
25, 75 open space and 25 recreation. Okay, so it's 75 open space. 25 recreation. So 25, let me see, 25 would be not quite 50.
47.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you,
No, I'm doing it in my head.
oh, okay. I think we should do, even. You know what I'm saying?
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I turned my cell phone off.
193 times 0.25, 48,250.
It's close.
So do we do 48?
48.
Do 48 for
math's
for
sake.
recreation, and so then we
Yeah.
can. 5 carry the 1, 4, 5, 4. So that would be 145 open space.
Yes.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve of paying for 193,000 for the herring pond? With of 145,000 from open space and 48,000 from recreation.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor of, as I've described, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Janet, 7. So that's 7 yes, 0 no. Again, that's 145,000 from open space and 48,000 from recreation. And last on the list is the dendrochronology study for the windmill of 2,750. And there's some discussion as to whether the recreation people came to us with the request. To be honest with you, I don't quite fully understand why the recreation department should pay for it, but maybe somebody knows something
They
I don't.
run it. I mean, I talked about it before. They run it. The rec department runs the windmill, I
Runs
guess.
the windmill?
Yeah. And the programs, and they pay for the miller, and
Okay, so that's why they.
that's why they came with it.
That's why they requested the monies to begin with.
Yes.
No, they want it.
Yeah. Does anybody have any other thoughts on it, or one way or the other?
I think it's a neat idea.
Yeah. I hope
Looking
they're
forward
able
to
to
see
show,
Yeah.
show
Yeah,
something.
I think it's good for the history and everything else. I mean,
Yeah.
I talked about it saying, well, do you want historic in it too? He says, we can do it. I mean, because they really, it's separate from it's still historic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just separate from the historical society and their properties.
Mhm,
I mean, I would think they'd be melted in more.
Yeah.
You know, but
Compared to Swift Daily and the
Yeah,
Schoolhouse Museum
yeah.
and so forth, yeah. Okay, but do you want to make a motion to pay for the 2,750 from the recreation reserve?
yeah, I'll make a motion to pay for the 2,750 from rec.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second,
Janet,
yes.
any further discussion? All in favor of paying for the 2,750 dendrochronology study from recreation? 1, 2, 3, and Janet, 770. Okay, thanks, everybody. Okay, we're down to the end here of the conditions. Does everybody have? Conditions.
The only thing that's mentioned is about financials.
Oh, let me have something before. See. Okay, as we've done in the past. And Kristen, I thank you for putting this worksheet together. Does everybody have, one of these the worksheets of? Do you need one? Oh, you have the big sheet, right? That's fine. All righty. And I pulled up the, ones that we've done in the past for the similar projects. I do those. They're in here somewhere. Up here they are. So maybe we can just go through them. Yeah. So I'm looking at the kiosks from, the Wiley Park kiosks from last time. And, now what's the best way, what's the best way to do this? It's a very messy situation. I can give what the conditions were that we agreed to for similar projects in the past, and then if somebody has any corrections or concerns, they can bring them up. Is that,
Well, the 1 through 9 are general.
yeah.
So we impose those even if it's not needed?
Sorry,
Do we impose those even if they're not?
No, we haven't in the past.
that's what I'm saying, is like, unless there's ones, I think. 1 through 9, you would say yes. Unless there's ones that aren't. Pull the ones out that aren't,
Oh.
and then the rest of them, you just jump to whatever the other section is and discuss those.
Yeah.
So for all of them, 1 through 9, or just assume they would be all a go unless they're not comfortable, but. Yeah, so number 7 is the dollar, right? Funds.
Well, I have I'm just looking at the first one now, the trailhead kiosks, and I'm looking at what we did. Before, last year for the same kiosks. That was 11,000 compared to this year, which is close to that. Let me see, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 6. Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And 9. I did not have 5, 6, and 7.
I thought you just said 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And 9. Yeah. I did not have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and I did not have 5, 7, or 8.
Okay.
Now, one of the things that we we've had discussions on for not just last year, but other years, is when bigger, and this doesn't really fit for this particular project, but when we have a large project and we are only paying for a small piece of it, frequently it's a housing project where, say, 50,000 for Forward, 100,000 for the 107 Main Street, and one in Brewster, on Millstone Road. And they come to us for their monies, and the projects aren't completed because they're still in the process. How do we, what process do we need to go through to approve paying for that before the project is completed? We need financial data from them showing that they have spent monies to proceed with the project. But I think that frequently we have questions about how and when to approve monies, partial, well, not all our money, but it's only partial for the project itself.
The primary concern of the committee has been on those types of projects that the money be spent on actual construction and not on preliminary. So that way,
You can see it's
right,
something.
it's not something that may not come to fruition. So that's always been the case. And then as so whenever we're getting requests for invoice reimbursement, we already know it's going towards a project that's underway, and in all intents and purposes, it will be realized. We request that the invoice just document exactly what it is, so they'll send us as an invoice from the contractor for the cement company for the pouring of the foundation, whatever it might be.
Something that costs,
Tangible.
yeah, it's not, yeah.
And then we verify that that's work's been
Not
done.
a planning item. Yeah.
Right, so I guess that was the
Okay.
key concern, is like, we put money on a study and then the study says
And then
it's not a real
yeah,
project, so
yeah.
that's kind of been the major safeguard, make sure that we're doing something tangible.
Have we ever had a problem with somebody asking us for money before we've but before they have actually completed something like you've just described?
Well, like I said, there's been requests for project components but which is pretty much always because they need the money as part of the project in order to keep.
No.
So it wouldn't really be that, it's done, the ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
So we're always paying out as part of the.
What were you gonna say?
Just, I mean, the length of time that these projects take,
Oh, I know,
it wouldn't behoove us to have something hanging out there for 4 years between, they propose it in the ribbon cutting, for instance.
4% for 50.
Oh, we lost, did we lose Tina? I was interested in what Tina's thoughts were. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Is she upstairs?
No, she was
I know, but.
Oh, I don't know. We lost her. I was gonna ask, she's the one that ends up taking care of it, so I was wondering what her thoughts were.
Is Joanne waiting to get in?
Oh, I didn't,
I just noticed
I
that.
didn't see that, I know, I just saw that now. I don't know what the story is, that's the first time I've seen her name up there. Should we see her? I saw you admitted her.
She has,
She had
or
a
not
camera.
her.
Oh, okay. Back to the,
And she had,
oh, there she is. Hi, Joanna. Oh,
You're muted.
you're muted.
She's muted here.
I don't know. Janet, can you hear us? Oh,
Yes, I can hear you.
yeah, okay, thank you. Joanna?
Okay, there we go,
Oh,
yeah,
there. Yep, we hear you now. Thank you.
sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Have you been trying to get on earlier than now, or?
Yeah, I don't know, it was hung up and kept saying waiting, waiting, waiting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
Okay,
sorry.
no, thank you. Okay, back to where we were. So, does, and I also had, for the kiosks. Let me see, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Let me see, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Yeah, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26.
Did you, I have 16, did you have?
16,
Yeah,
For the kiosks,
I don't have it for the, I don't have it.
I don't know whether you need a permit to put signs in the ground on a
Oh.
town property.
I'm
if
looking
it's
to see
seashore,
what
apparently you
16
do.
is.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't really know, but it would seem to me that if it needed permits, that should be a requirement.
But 16 I have is no disbursements may occur until the project has received all necessary permitting and approvals. Is that what you're?
Yeah.
I think it's fine to include it. I mean,
Yeah.
the conservation department's gonna be doing it. They would approve their own project.
Right.
Or they'll waive the requirement.
Right.
And inside the you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
So so what's the agreement? But yes or no for 16? Yes,
Yeah.
okay, 16.
They can apply for an
16.
approval.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 16, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26.
Time limit for 25 and 25.
So. Is that the time limit? That's, yeah, I think
2 years.
2 years. I think we do 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Okay, on to the next one is the herring pond. Let me see. I'm not sure I have anything quite similar from the past, similar to that.
Well, we did that a couple of years ago.
We did them.
A long time ago. The herring pond, that
Was it
was,
a long time ago?
yeah, like over 10 years ago.
I must be having fun.
The Great Pond one was more recent, but still more than 5 years ago. Great Pond
let's
algal
see.
treatment.
Nothing to see, but I have one, I know what one here. Let me see. Smiling markings necessary. I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have one here for, I don't have an old one for one of the, similar to the, oh. See. Well,
I would recommend 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 22 through 26.
sorry, what did you say again, Paul?
1, 2, 3,
Mhm.
5,
Five.
6, 9,
Yeah.
22 through 26.
Same ones that we did before.
And 16.
And 16.
And 16.
And what about timing for that?
I get 3 years for that.
What do you think is a safe bet for that, Paul?
I would just say 5,
I
only
would say,
because
yeah,
you never know,
I know.
conditions change, whatever, it just creates another thing to
Mhm.
do if they have to come back for an extension.
Yeah, I would agree. 5 years. Okay. On to the playground, and I can tell you what we did for the elementary school before. That was one, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. Let me see, where am I missing? And that's 22 through 26 as well.
So that one, they weren't proposing any matching funds. It was gonna be 100% CPA money.
Right?
May not need number 4.
What's number 4? Oh, we're matching funds, yeah. Then we take out number 4. So that's left, we're left with 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And I'd say, I'd say 2 years.
Bless you.
Does 2 years make sense for people?
Yeah.
I think you
so.
ought to do 3 or 4.
I'm sorry,
I said, I think you ought to do longer.
do longer?
I mean, some of that stuff takes a long time to order.
Yeah, true,
Then you got problems with installation because the kids are using it and
3 years.
3,
Do 3?
yeah.
Okay, so what do we end up with? The numbers?
We ended up with 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 3 years.
Permits,
I'm sorry,
permits. 16. I guess, do they need permits for that?
for the elementary school,
Yeah,
Yes, they will.
okay.
15.
16.
If you want 5 also, that's standard.
What is 5?
But just the disbursement,
Oh, satisfactory completion.
that will probably, again, to your point, that's probably gonna come in and it shows like after they've ordered the equipment,
Yeah,
before it's
before it's
installed,
necessarily
but
put in
that's,
place.
but that's basically handled through Kristen, that we get the invoice, confirm that it's been delivered,
Mhm.
and that we have it.
And then it's installed.
The installation will come later.
I think a large part of that money is going to be used for the board in place stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're down to 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 15.
16,
What did I,
15, 16.
15?
Yeah.
Six.
16's permanent.
16, yeah, oh, I think I correct, 15, it should be 16,
Correct.
Yep.
not 15, you're correct, yeah. That was my mistake.
Oh, that is fine.
It won't be the last. I can assure you of that. Okay, so again, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 16, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 3 years.
Yes.
Dendrochronology study. So.
Well, they don't need permits.
2,
Right.
3, I'm sorry?
They don't need permits.
No, no. 1, 2, 3, 5. One, two, three, what do I have here? 1, 2, 3. 5.
6.
6 and 7, 6. Well, I don't think we need 7,
No, not 7.
not 7.
9.
Um. I don't think we did need 8, 9. Yeah, nothing under there. Not the housing, stored preservation.
They're at 22 through 27.
Yeah, yeah, 22 through 26. 22, 23, 24, 25.
3.
I'm sorry?
2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, I think there's only one person that does it, isn't there? They had trouble finding. the
I'd give
person.
them 2 years. I mean, a year's
Person.
plenty, but 2 will give them, because you gotta get them out. I mean, who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. So you think?
I think 2 would do it.
Mhm.
I think that's reasonable.
Okay, does everybody have any problem with 2? Okay, we're down to the Lower Cape Housing Institute, and I'm looking, we've had that many times.
Actually,
Oh, it's gonna go
I
ahead.
apologize. The meeting on December 3rd, there was a request for the signboard being created with sampling if available. And regardless, they would have the signboard even if the sample wasn't available. Is that something I just work into the language of the grant agreement when it's completed? I just wanted to make sure to mention it here in case it was something.
Right. So yeah, I don't think I was at that meeting, so I don't know. It's the signboard, what was the signboard?
It was someone, I don't have the meeting minutes with me, but there was a suggestion that the boring sample, there be a signboard, created.
With information,
Yes.
inside,
Inside the
inside
windmill, yeah, just an
inside the
informational
windmill.
board. Regardless of whether the sample was available, the signboard still be made to explain the process.
Correct.
Mhm.
So I just,
That's just an information signboard about the project.
Yeah,
You-
yeah, yeah.
If you wanna have a condition that says the applicant shall
Mhm.
produce and
Yeah,
display the signboard. We can,
What is,
I just wanted to make sure that if I needed to. While we're talking
yeah,
about.
well, yeah, no, that's right. Now's the time if the committee wants to put
Yeah,
that as.
they
yeah,
should.
I'm looking to see where that would, record keeping.
That would just be under a special condition. We just put the language in.
Okay,
So under the. Under 27?
No, I just think it's.
Wait, no, that's
It's
not
just
right,
a-
no.
It's not in here. It's
Oh,
just a unique condition. in this
Oh,
one.
okay.
So as long as. The board agrees you want that condition, then Kristen will put the language in. We'll
Okay.
Into
draft
the
the language.
project.
and it would
Okay.
Yeah,
be the same language that was used from the December 3rd meeting that everyone voted
Yeah.
on.
So I would just say under that one that Kristen has the note there about
Yeah,
that blank box. I would just say, I would just put yes. Sorry, Bill's
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
score.
Okay, Lower Cape Housing. Again, I'm looking to see what we've done in the past. 1, 2, 3, 4. See. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 8, and 9. And 22 through 26.
Just 1 year. Is it?
And yeah, that's just 1 year. Yeah, yeah. And does anybody have any comments, questions, whatever's on the Lower Cape Housing? And last one, Chapel in the Pines. That's the 25,000. Let's see. We've done that before too, but I don't.
That was some exterior work too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is,
The windows, the stained glass windows.
then
They need
encapsulate the
they
lead
need-
paint.
this is gonna be exterior,
Yeah,
yeah.
They need
Yeah.
permits for that.
Absolutely.
so, let me see. So we do. Let me see. One. Two, three. And they said they were gonna try to get some matching funds for that too,
So
right?
that's a 4.
So that's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
I'm satisfied 5. Six.
Perfect.
Eat also.
yeah, 8,
Eat also.
8,
yeah,
grantees independent, let me see. And we were talking about what I was looking at a minute ago, 16.
Mhm.
See, oh no, see. Grants, just. Mark, can you help us on under the grants for historic preservation?
I'm looking at that.
Yeah, the standards for the treatment of historic properties, et cetera. I don't have, and I know we've done work there before, but
Right,
I don't have, I don't happen to have the ones for that
recent,
project.
I think Mary, I think I would recommend number 18,
Yeah,
because that actually was supposed to happen in the first one, and I
Yeah.
believe,
It's in
You-
the process.
yeah, you've been talking with Bob C. They're doing it anyways, but just
yeah,
to have it formalized. And
should we do 19?
19.
19, I
Yeah,
think, yeah.
and I was gonna suggest that. Kristen and I can work with Bob. And the chapel folks, I think they can. Accommodate that as part of their final report, because there's a whole document that talks about how to comply, so I think as part of their final report, they can just. Cite
You're talking
those
about
things that
historic
say,
properties required.
yeah, there's a whole document. that-
Rules or whatever.
There's the list, but then there's like a whole document that goes into detail, so that really the onus is on the
Yeah.
chapel to make sure they're doing it,
Mhm.
and then they could incorporate that into their final report to say, here's
This is what we did.
here's the excerpts of what's applicable, and here's what we did.
And how we met the
Right, and
requirement.
it's on them to
Yeah,
make, they're reglazing windows, I don't know specifically what the standards are, but they
Yeah, yeah.
gotta do it, so.
Shouldn't we do 21 then? That's
We
what-
should do all of them, really.
yeah, I think we should do 18, 19, 20, and 21.
Yeah, I agree.
18, 19, 20, and 21. And then we do 22. 22, 23, 24. 25 and 26. And what about timing for,
I think they're gonna get right on, so we, 2 years. I mean,
because that's another situation where they're hard to find the people to do it, so.
well, I think
If they have the person, I mean, the company.
yeah, I think there's people that do it. I think 2 years is good because it's a time constraint from them, because the sooner they do it, the better they are, so.
Yeah.
They'll probably have it done in a year, but I would think 2.
Okay, 2 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's just for the contract or the.
Right,
And there was an additional conversation on December third for, the meeting request from the committee was obsolete the lead. By
So the lead, yeah.
and then the applicant pays 20%.
right.
Are there any other discussions? Et cetera, on the conditions for the projects that we include? Thank you again for putting this worksheet together for us. Okay,
We need a motion, don't we?
I'm sorry?
We need a
Yeah,
motion
yeah,
to
we should.
accept.
Just a minute, let me just put this somewhere. I don't know where. Oh dear. Okay. So, do we have a motion to approve the conditions for the fiscal year 27 funding projects?
So moved.
That's
Second.
Elaine. That's Dave. Any further discussion, comments, et cetera? All in favor?
All right.
Janet and Joanna, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we can't be 8, I'm counting. I don't care. And that's 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Joanna and Janet, that's 8-0. Oh, boy, okay. Let's see. I think that is it unless somebody has anything else, and the only other thing I have, Paul, is in the past, as far as the warrant language is concerned. I gather, I have not been involved with putting that together, is that something that you have always done in the past, or?
Yes, yeah, Kristen and I work with, Rich, put together that
Okay.
warrant, so I did want to bring up just point of information. We're gonna just have a little bit different format to how we do the CPA articles, how they're printed in the warrant. And
We'll share that on the computer.
it's really, as it will appear, we'll have Article 8A, it'll be. And that will be the article to approve the reserve funds. That will pretty much be the same. We list all the reserves and the amounts.
Right.
Then when 8B, we usually split out all of the individual projects into 8B, 8C, 8D.
Right.
Those are gonna be consolidated into one article, 8B, and we're gonna have a table. Kristen this is how it's gonna look like. So that's 8A, the reserves. And then 8B, we're gonna list them in a table format. And this, I think, is just really for clarity, and it also will be more consistent with how we do the budget. So it's a table with a line item. Then that way the moderator will be able to go through line by line. If anyone wants to discuss any of the items,
Pick the item.
yeah, if there's no discussion, then it can all be voted on as a block.
Instead of doing individual.
Right, and then we have the recommendations listed for each one, so it's really just a formatting change, and then we'll update the numbers in the last column based on, because we're not gonna split out a few of those, so we'll update that, but that's the format. Just want everyone to be aware, because it's a little different than how it's printed normally.
Okay, so you've got the votes up there, you've got the vote for us, and then you've got the select board, and then you've got the finance committee. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you've already
And
got,
then the summaries for each one will be printed under.
okay, A, B, C, D, et cetera.
Yep, so that way, if anyone at town meeting wants to discuss specifically one of the line items, they'll hold that and be able to have that.
It looks very readable.
Yeah,
Anyone want to see lower or?
Yeah.
Want to move on? I think it is. Reading.
Who is the moderator nowadays?
Scott,
Scott Perry.
I thought he resigned.
Now he has one more year, I think it's current term is one, this year.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see what happens when we have our town meeting, but, yeah. Okay, thanks, Kristen. Yeah, thank you, Paul. Okay, I don't feel that we need to have, another meeting. I think we've gone over everything, discussed everything. Everything's in order unless there's something that I've missed, or is there any other reason, Paul, that I'm not aware of for another meeting?
I think we did everything. We voted on the reserves, we voted on everything, so hopefully, I think we're in good shape.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second that.
Well, I think I have Dave and Bob at the same time. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Who wants to be first and who wants to be second? I'm gonna put Dave and then Bob. Okay. All in favor of adjourning? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0. And I have 10.
So no meeting on April 1st.
No meeting on April 1st.
Good.
We will not be meeting until the end of the summer, early September, when we start all.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just say, Chris and I have been talking, just, there'll be some downtime with CPA after town meeting. Chris obviously has to work on getting grant agreements drafted and signed, but we were talking about, that'll give us some time to work on like a game plan for some education outreach, so we can start to, usually where it's me and I am at the last minute putting something in the paper and doing, so we have more time to be able, so you're talking about like over the course of the summer, maybe put some feelers out there, some education, some, reserve the date type of things,
Yeah.
just so we're a little more.
And we have I've had the table at the
Yeah.
windmill week, is it Windmill Weekend or Hands on the Windmill Weekend,
Yeah,
I think. it
Windmill
is.
Weekend, yeah.
So Kristen will have more time to like
Yeah.
help coordinate that, so we're not just like rushing, because again, it's usually on me like, oh, windmill weekend, do we have
I
someone
know.
be out there?
That's small.
Yeah. So,
Okay, and Kristen and I'll be looking at the signage issue. And I'll be in touch with the Chatham Sign Shop about the prototype for a smaller sign. And we'll have that information when we come back and meet again after the end of the summer, when it's warmer out.
Oh, so.
it's melted by then.
Yes. What is that with funding, when is that split happening?
It's the fiscal year?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure that that's necessarily been decided, depending upon how all the wastewater project proceeds.
okay, because, yeah, there was something I read very quickly today about next, the funding, upcoming funding.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, which, are we in the 3% or are we in the less 3%?
I think,
But I didn't read it.
Was it the CPA coalition email
Yeah.
that came out today?
yeah, no, yeah. Does everybody get, I mean, I sent all of your emails to the coalition quite a while ago to make sure everybody got the information, but is everybody getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to make sure that you are getting
I
it.
scanned it, so.
All righty. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
for your work this year. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, yes.
And that will be, should I write draft on the top or we just,
Yeah, you can.
it will be
That is
with all the.
terminate.
They're all, so, yeah. Actually, I think like a deed restriction, then the problem.
Okay.